Let's first start off with how the Asian markets are trading this morning, and largely in line with how the Wall Street gave them that handover from overnight. Hang Seng trading with gains of around 0.8%, so that's a good start for the Hang Seng. The Kospi also trading with gains of a similar quantum. The underperformance though is coming from Japan. The Nikkei is trading below the flat line, currently down by 0.25%, and the Shanghai Composite 2, which is trading absolutely at the flat line. Some inflation concerns arising in China, and that is what has led to the underperformance yesterday, and that's spilling over into today's session as well. You take a look at how the GIFT Nifty is showing up this morning, and after 3 days of relentless selling, we are likely to open 100 points higher. At least is that what the implied open is currently suggesting. But the big question is, we do open higher, but do we sustain at those higher levels? To set you up for today's trade and to answer that question exactly, our team of researchers is here with the trade setup, the stocks to watch, and of course the all important FNO cues as well. First up, Vivek joins in to get all the market cues that you need to watch out for. Vivek, good morning.
Well, that's right, Harmaz. Good morning. Finally we are looking at a session where we actually seen quite a bit of a decent handover coming in from the global equity markets. All of the US markets, as you can see on your screen, ended higher just on the back of the fact that the Fed rate cut happened as per what the market was anticipating. Post that, we actually saw a rally across most commodities as well. Gold saw a significant rally, and along with that, silver continued its upward march towards lifetime high levels. Last evening, you also saw oil prices go up marginally, higher by close to 0.5%, and Brent now trading near the $62.2 a barrel mark. Indian markets, however, if you're looking at the kind of handover we got from yesterday, it was an extremely weak trading session. Post the brief rally we saw on Tuesday, market participants were hoping for some amount of follow-up buying, but that was not to be seen. In fact, post the mild start that we saw significant selling pressure emerge throughout the trading session. Advance decline ratio progressively weakened during the course of the trading session. Now, what kept the market low? The entire EMS pack, names like Keynes, after the brief rally it saw on Tuesday, saw significant selling pressure. Dixon joined, and along with that, you also saw other names like PGL, etc., move lower in the session. The one stock that did stand out and will be in focus today as well will be Hindustan Zinc, seen as a silver proxy play. On the back of that particular stock did quite well in the session yesterday. In terms of events to watch, keep an eye out on the mutual fund data that will be released by AMFI today. IPOs, primary market activity remains quite strong. Nefrocare, day one, 12% subscription. Park Medi, 52% subscription. And when you're talking about some of the IPOs that closed yesterday, Corona Remedies, extremely strong subscription, over 137 times oversubscribed. Wakefield subscribed by over 2.5 times. Asian markets, GIFT Nifty, all indicating a gap of start, and markets will be hoping that sustains through the trading session today.
Vivek, thank you for that update there. Over to Ria with the stocks that should be on your radar today. Ria, good morning.
Well, good morning. Let's start off with Cipla first. They are going to distribute a drug called Yerpeak in India after an approval from the DGCI. Now, this Yerpeak drug is used for the treatment of obesity as well as type 2 diabetes. Moving on to Mazagon Dock, they have entered into an MOU with the Brazilian Navy as well as the Indian Navy for the maintenance of Scorpion submarines and other military ships as well. Prestige Estates has completed the acquisition of 66.93% stake in Bharat Nagar Buildcon for roughly 939 crores. Adani Enterprises, the rights issue worth roughly 25,000 crores has closed with 108% oversubscription. For Petronet LNG, they have signed a loan agreement to borrow a secured rupee term loan of roughly 12,000 crores, and they are going to borrow this amount from a consortium of SBI as well as Bank of Baroda. Lloyds Metal will be in focus since its arm, Lloyds Global Resources, is going to acquire roughly 50% stake in Nexus Holdco for up to $55 million. And lastly, Tata Steel will be in focus after announcing a bunch of capex announcements. They are going to they have approved the 4.8 MTPA capacity expansion at the Neelachal Ispat Nigam. They've also approved a plan to set up a 0.7 MTPA hot rolled pickling and galvanizing line at the existing cold rolling complex in Tarapur. And lastly, the board has also approved the acquisition of 50% stake in Triveni Pellets for roughly 636 crores.
Ria, thank you for that update there. And lastly, Sudarshan joins in with cues from the FNO space. Sudarshan, good morning. We were supposed to hold 25,800. That didn't happen. But at least the GIFT Nifty is indicating we'll open above those levels.
Good morning, Harma. So you have raised such a pertinent question that, okay, it's fine that GIFT Nifty is indicating a start with a gain of more than 100 points. The question is, will we be able to sustain the level that we opened at? That's the difficult question because the FNO data is indicating that now the range for Nifty has gone down, lower side, on the downside. It will start from 25,500 and on the upside range is 26,000, because on the put side also we have seen major activities in two options, 25,750, and the second option, which was the most active one, was 25,500. So if Nifty fails to hold the levels around 25,750, the next support comes around only 25,500. As far as the flows are concerned, we saw interesting data coming from FIs. What they have done, they have sold in futures and they have bought in the options. So in the index future, they have sold more than 1100 crore. In the stock future, they have sold almost 800 crore. But in the index options, they bought more than 2400 crore. In the bank Nifty options also, they have done some buying. Now FI longs exposure remains around 11%. On the short side, the exposure remains around 89%. On the short side, they have added more than 6,300 contracts. And as far as long side is concerned, they have added just 520 contracts. Now, on the options data, 26,000 and 25,900 call have seen a healthy increase, like big increase in the open interest in the range of 50 lakh shares to 53 lakh shares. And at the same time, premium has fallen for both these call options. On the put side, 25,500, 25,750. For both these options, premium has seen an increase. Now support 25,700, that is also 50-day moving average, and 25,500. Next support comes around, resistance 26,000. For Nifty Bank, support would be 58,850 and resistance will be 59,400. That's the yesterday's intraday high. Two stocks remain in the bank, Sammaan Capital and Bandhan Bank. Some of the stocks that have seen fresh longs from insurance space, ICICI Prudential, after giving a healthy set of numbers here for the month of November, it has been saying fresh longs, and another one is Siemens. Two stocks have been saying fresh shorts, Mazagon Dock and KFin Technologies.
Interesting names there, Sudarshan. Thank you for that update.